Hello, Leos. Welcome to another episode of Ethereal Tarot. My name is Carla. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, then this message, this tarot reading is for you. And Leos, your weekly readings will come out every Thursday, so be sure to check back every Thursday for those. They'll be sitting for you, nice and shiny and new and pretty. Push subscribe. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. It helps to support the channel and promote it, and helps to support me giving you these weekly readings every week, which I so adore doing. And enter the giveaway. I'm giving away a free deck of tarot cards this month again. We had one lucky winner last month. Now I'm choosing a lucky winner at the end of March. You'll be able to get to see these cards up close and personal with my multi-angle camera there we've got. And it's just a name and email address in the link in the description box below. I also pinned it in the comments for you. Let's see what we have for Leos. Feel free to take in what resonates, let go of what doesn't. This is a general collective read, and check out your sun, moon, and rising, as you could find some nuggets of resonance in those as well. Here we go. What do we have for Leos? Please. Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Well. This is Major Arcana for the Ethereal Visions deck. It's not normally Major Arcana, and I will explain to you what that means. Then we've got Ace of Wands, King of Cups, Page of Cups. Interesting, lots of cups here. 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. All right, Leo, let's take a little look-see around the room, shall we? If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I so adore you. I so appreciate you, whether you're returning or new. Welcome here. Thanks for being here. And I read my spreads from left to right. This is the first path of the current situation. Normally, it's the block, the challenge, something that needs to come up into your field of awareness at this point, the conflict. If it already hasn't come up into your field of awareness, most people find a lot of resonance with it. And then we go to the path of higher self. This is what God, spirit, angels, higher self, spirit guides, any higher realm being. This is what they want you to remember. And key word is remember here, Leo, because we have every energy of the tarot. It's intrinsic to our being. And so this is a message of guidance, a message of remembrance for you to bring these energies up into the forefront. They will really help you along your path. And so it's a message of remembrance. Then we come to the path of a possible outcome. And I do say possible because I honor and realize that free will is the strongest law in the universe. So we'll take a look at the energies to come. Let's get started over here with the path of the current. We've got Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Well. All right, Leo. Something to do with healing, maybe it's like a new way for you to heal, a new path for you to heal. I feel like you're needing some tender, loving care at this point. And I know that's very general. Maybe it's showing yourself that, or it's feeling like you want that connection, that feeling of TLC from other. Okay. And maybe you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it for what it is. You're not seeing it around you as much, or as much as you'd like to. And you're a Leo. You like to vibe and all that attention, right? All that lovey-dovey, warm attention. Kind of bask in the sunshine of your existence. And you like to surround yourself with people who will do that for you. So maybe, maybe you need some love. You need some extra TLC right now. Let's get a little deeper because that is very vague. Let's get a little deeper for Leo, please. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like something happened. Okay. And the 4 of Swords. Something is... Yeah, it's like it's at a stalemate. It's like there's a block. I don't know if it's from you receiving that or if it's from, maybe you're feeling like you're cut off in that sense. That's more of what I'm getting. It's like you're feeling the sense that you're cut off or disconnected from the tender, loving care that you're wanting to experience. And it's posing a time for you where it's like, it could be some depression too. There could be some depression online. I see some depression in these cards, an opportunity or a lack of a feeling of like new opportunities. Maybe you're running out of, like romance. It's that feeling of that where you're like, you're longing for that. And it doesn't always just have to be romance. It could be, love. It could be platonic love. It could be love between a pet. It could be love between a parent, like any type of love. Also could be romantic love. And yeah, it's feeling kind of like passionless, and there needs to be some hope, some new beginnings in that department for you. We all need TLC, right? We all need to be shown it. We need to be able to receive it as well. We need to be able to receive it as well as give it. I'm going to go into my astrology soul deck. I just want to see what house comes up for you, Leo. And this isn't tarot, but it's an oracle deck. So I just took out the houses. Let's see what we got. The 7th house of I relate. Yes, there's something. Relationships. Okay. 7th house is the house of Libra. This is the house of partnerships. This is where we can see the personal relationships that involve commitment or cooperation of some sort, marriage, spiritual union, agreement, societies, and business partnerships. Okay. I'm definitely seeing this in a relationship. It could be even a relationship to yourself, Leo. I know that's kind of stretching it, but really though, like really, and really at the end of the day, that's what I think all relationships are about. But let's take this for what it is. It's relating, it's connection to other, it's about that relationship. You're wanting to feel that, reciprocity or that receiving, that give and receive. Okay. And you feel like you're running out of outlets for that. Okay. And you're like, I'm missing that. I'm needing that. I'm yearning for that. I'm desiring that. Let's see what higher self wants to remind you of. Okay. Ace of Wands, ooh, King of Cups and the Page of Cups. You guys, you've got mostly cups in this line of higher self. So higher self wants to remind you that you give all of that. You have the ability to give all of that to yourself. I know we want to roll our eyes and be like, well, it's not the same as receiving it from another. It's kind of like when someone else scratches your back or someone else scratches your arm, and it's like, it doesn't feel the same as when you scratch your own arm, does it? It's like that feeling of just that newness, that freshness, that romance. If I shouldn't go there, but I see it as that. It's like that feeling of give and receive, and just relating, and from other. Higher self though, if we're taking any higher self perspective, which of course we should, right? Okay. And it's, you have free will. It's your choice to take it or not. It's your choice. But higher self wants to remind you, you have all of that inside you. This is the inner spiritual will, inner divinity, inner flame coming out. This is you planting new seeds for that. It wants to show you can plant new seeds, whether that's in other or it's in yourself, doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter. That's got to start with you and these kind of this, almost like this manifestation ability. Okay. Because Ace of Wands is all of that, planting the seeds, having the faith and leaning on the faith and the hope that there's going to be fruit, that it's going to bear flowers and fruit. So as you see, it's almost like the root of it. And then there's flowers on the top. It's like, what are you going to be planting today that helps manifest what you're wanting to happen? Okay. Wands, it's all about that divinity coming down and that spiritual will, and then bringing it out into the earth. Okay. It could be literally plants. It could be other people. It could be you need you want to go get a pet, something that you feel like you're connecting with. And what I would say is almost like starting to manifest, maybe have like a manifestation journal of the perfect partner, the perfect match for you, the perfect, like what you're actually wanting. When you get clear on that, that's when things start to really roll in the manifestation department. I'm seeing too, it's like reminding you of that connection to divinity. Page of Cups is the energy of standing at the edge of anything, at the edge of an ocean, okay? And seeing everything as divine, seeing the messages, the synchronicities, all of the connection to divinity. And just that new feeling of new love, but not necessarily romantic, although it can include that, because guess what? Romantic love does bring in that sense of, that fresh sense of I'm alive and isn't this beautiful, or everything's beautiful, kind of that rose-colored glasses situation. But you can get that without romantic love as well. And it's more of the oneness, more tapping into the oneness you feel with your life, with life all around you, with eternity, with divinity, with feeling that connection inside and in your heart. This is all about heart and will. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to go a little bit deeper for Leos here for their message from higher self, whatever they have to remember, their guidance, the higher perspective. The Tower, interesting. And the Ace of Swords, yes, that is getting really clear, Leo. That's getting really clear, like I said, on what you want. There might need to be some surrender. Okay, whenever I see Tower, especially in the context of the path of higher self, it is you letting go. It's like, it's so gorgeous, Leo. It's like you putting it out there into the universe, whatever you want, okay? Letting go, well, getting clear on it, first of all, what you want. Getting clear, letting go, and seeing what comes back. That is this line in a nutshell, and it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's go into the path of the possible outcome. We've got 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands. All right. I do see you listening to higher self. I see it. 6 of Pentacles is all about that give and receive. It's that harmony and balance of the give and receive, okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful outcome card for you, given your spread, okay? Then we've got 10 of Pentacles. That's you really kind of establishing your integrations. And then it's like from your integrations, your manifestations start to come into fruition. They come to manifest, really. And that's all 10 of Pentacles. It's that seeing the fruit, you know, seeing the fruit of your labor. And it's more so, it's more complete than the 9 of Pentacles because it's like an integrated part of yourself. So it's really coming from you and you're seeing it visibly, okay? So to me, that's like whatever you manifest, it's going to happen, all right? It's going to happen. 9 of Wands is all about you having the wherewithal, the fight. And it's not like fighting with someone. It's more so just the energy and the spirit. You're going to have it. Anything that's lacking, it's like, no, because I see my manifestation powers through this. I see how it's going to go down. And that is just going to turn your inner flame as high. It's like cranking it up. So whatever you're feeling now, any kind of depression or any kind of like deflation, it's like the power, the volume on it is going to go to 11. It's going to go to 11. Give me more for Leo's path of possible outcome, please. Justice. Knight of Wands. Wow. Wow, Leo, this is you getting down to the root of the matter. Maybe, okay, I'm going to just spin this for 2 seconds, and this doesn't mean that you have to apply it to you, okay, fully. You go with what resonates with you. But it's like, maybe this isn't all about other, okay? It's about your relationship to yourself. And Justice comes along, and she is so authentic, okay? She's getting down to the root of the matter. She's getting down to the truth. She's getting down to the cause and effect, okay? And so the way that it could be all about you at the end is you getting down to the root of it. What is the cause of my yearning at this time? Or your current yearning. Maybe it won't feel like that now. You're going to look back and be like, why did that come about? Why did I have that period of yearning, or maybe multiple periods of yearning? You know, it's kind of like, I don't want to go through that again. So how did that happen? It's like you getting to the root of it. And it's a very inside job for you. Knight of Wands is, man, so much enthusiasm, so much doer. It's doer. It's not necessarily being as much, it's doing. And it's very spirited energy, high energy. Knights, any card of the courts, if any card of the courts do, it's the Knights. Pages kind of do, but Knights do. They go out and do. They're not the ones sitting in the castle making decisions. They're also not the ones receiving messages, which is Page. Knights go out and they're on the front lines and they do, okay? So, I mean, I do see a lot of healing that's necessary and a lot of getting down to kind of the nitty gritty of it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Whatever it is, it's gorgeous. I'm going to go into my tarot sidekick now. And this isn't a tarot deck, but it will give us questions and prompts to further deepen your read for you, Leo. Let's see what we've got. Where do we want to take this, Leo? In which areas of life should I be more present? Okay, maybe it wants you to get out of your funk of all this and say, you know what? I'm going to enter my Page of Cups era, okay? Which is not a bad era to be in. Because talk about presence. Talk about being aware. Maybe this is making you feel unaware, like you're lost. You're lost in the feelings and the thoughts of it. It's kind of shadowing over you at this time. And so you're needing more presence. I mean, we all need more presence, don't we? But that might be the anecdote for you. Let's see what we've got. And I'm in my cozy tarot deck now. Okay, so we have the full potentiality of a fresh deck. Let's see what comes out. 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the Emperor. Ooh, Leo, yes. Okay, which areas of life should I be more present? Put down the heavy baggage. Put it down. Know and feel your way into new scenery. Almost like this to me is just like a revamp. It's like a whoosh. It's like a revamp of your energy. It's like you're waiting for something new, some new opportunity to come along. And sometimes we have to make that happen. It doesn't just happen with us just sitting back and being like doing the same old things, same old patterns, acting the same old way, okay? Emperor makes decisions on very little information, and he also has the ability to make the decisions that feel the best for him, okay? And when you do that, you want to base it off of this new, fresh energy. Let go of what's not serving you anymore. Figure that out. Let go of it as much as you can. Like, let that be your front and center thing, you know, where it's like every day is a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. I'm willing to go there, to journey there. I know when we're kind of under it and depressed, we can feel like, what's the point? You know, that apathy or that kind of sluggish energy. We don't have the hope. We're not feeling inspired. We're not feeling spirited about it. But it's like, that's where you need more presence. Pay attention to the messages. Pay attention to the connection. Pay attention to love that's already around you and in you, because you have it. Everyone does. Everyone does. And we have a choice to hone in on that. Okay? We have a choice at any given moment to hone in on that. So leave behind your energies or your patterns that really kind of take you there. Places you don't want to go, places you've already been to a million billion times and you're so friggin' sick and tired of it. And be willing to venture out to a new era, a new possibility, and make decisions based off of that place. Okay? I want you to promise me that you will make decisions based off of that place, because that's going to be the manifesting power. And honestly, I'm really shocked I didn't see Magician come out. But Emperor is pretty close. Emperor is pretty close to Magician. So promise me that you will take a moment and tap in. It's there, even if it's faint, it's there. Tap into the feeling of opportunity, the feeling of hope, the connection, the love, the passion, the receiving, receive before you go out and do. Okay? That's really what I would say, is receive before you go out and do. And that means putting things down, making space inside, being willing to have a change of scenery and make decisions from that place. You can sit around all day and wallow in whatever you want to wallow in, but as long as you promise me to, at least for one moment, when you make decisions, do X, Y, Z, that will bring you more presence and more healing. It'll be quicker. And you'll start to see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, here we go. Let's go into the Oracle of the Angels now. This is a love note from the universe for my Leos. And it's just kind of a kiss on the forehead from an angel. Who doesn't need that, right? We always need that. You can always come back to this message. Push subscribe if you haven't. It's totally free. We can have this much fun and insight every week. And enter the giveaway. You get to see these lovely cards. See how they look? There's like gold etching. I've used them forever. There's like minimal wear and tear. It's a beautiful deck. You could win it at the end of March. And it's just a name and email address. And the link is in the description box below. It's also pinned in the comments for you. Okay? Here we go. What do we have for Leos? Give me something juicy. Come on. Liberation. Ooh, free yourself. I don't get this one often. I love that for you. Liberation. Free yourself from this desire, right? If you've been feeling frustrated by the lack of action and stagnant energy in your life right now, it may be time to reconsider your need for some of your material possessions. Well, this really goes along with your 10 of Wands. Make room, right? Sometimes we tend to focus on accumulating more stuff, physically or energetically, in order to fill a void within or to avoid facing our true feelings. That's your justice, getting down to the root of it. Decluttering energetically and physically and spending less time distracting yourself can be incredibly liberating and empower you to make important changes in your life for your well-being. I kid you not, that's what it says. Get in with more presence. Get in with more presence. I free myself from a dependence on objects and emotions and thoughts in my life. I liberate myself and improve the flow of energy in my life by clearing all of my clutter, body, mind, and spirit. Wow. Talk about entering into presence, right? Like I said, it just takes a little bit of freeing up space inside to see that pinprick hole with the light coming through, and you go, oh, what is that? Start to get curious about that. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, Leo. It has been an utter delight and a pleasure. And until next time, joyful blessings.